Akko here again. Welcome back to FTB Direwolf 1.7.10. Now, last episode I rushed through a load of blood magic stuff. I'm going to do a bit more blood magic stuff this episode, but not totally doing blood magic. Now, one thing that I need to do with the blood magic is I need to get the tier 4 orb, which we use a weak blood shard for. If you look in there, it's in the blood altar there, tier 4 orb, tier 4 altar, and a weak blood shard gets you a master blood orb. Now, the problem we've got is, if we come across to the altar over there, you will see I've planted loads of trees, so I've got a bit more wood. Not automated my wood production yet, which is a bit lazy. So, if you come down here, you will see that because I have got no natural regen, and because you only get regen 1, because wave times mean, you only get regen 1, I am not going to be able to fill 40k up with that. So like I'll show you, it's going to drain out real quick. So we need 40k in there, and it's just, I'm getting some, there we go, it's run out, look. So it's going to keep sticking like that. So I need a bit of regen. Two options I've got. One is start working towards a tier 5 and use some beacons, and that's pretty straightforward. But the other option, of course, is use Britannia. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to use Britannia, but I want to do it slightly different. I could make more day blooms and stuff, but it seems a bit boring keep making the same thing. So I'm going to make a couple of Britannia flowers to help me. Now, this regen, by the way, from the Fallen Canade, it seems that when I have lost energy due to blood magic, I get the hunger debuff. But when I haven't lost energy recently due to blood magic, I don't get it. So it looks like that's tied to blood magic, which is pretty cool, I think. So if you use the flower after you've been using an altar, then you get the hunger debuff. Grab that while I'm there. So I'm kind of real slack automating stuff because I'm waiting for my new factory to get built, you know. So it's a bit slack. I'm not really getting stuff done like I should be. One other thing I didn't mention last episode was this guy, the lava crystal. I showed you how to make it, to make the lava sigil, but I actually show it in its own right. Now, what we can do with this is it goes in this generator. If I put it in there. I did yesterday. Oh, I don't know why. Because I'm not bound it to myself. That one's bound to me. Well, I might as well bind that one to me as well, aren't I? Now it's bound to me. Right clicked it. So now it'll go in there. And it shows not in there, but if you open your inventory again, it should show in there. There it is. So it's generating and it's refreshing every 1 minute 30 seconds. So it's putting power in it. I'm not sure how efficient it puts power in. So what the lava crystal does in a normal furnace, it works the same as coal. So I don't know if you get a bonus using the survivalist generator. Are you getting 8 times? Is it 4 times as much like you do with coal? I'm not sure, but it'll use some life points every 1 minute 30 seconds. So that's a viable power source, really. Again, though, the problem with that, no redstone and no timing and stuff like that, you've got to be a bit careful the way you use the survivalist generators. I'd have to have something to take the lava crystal in and out, I think. Anyway, that's just something I'm musing on. Right, a couple of things I want to make then. There's actually 2 plants I want to make. One that I want to make as going to be a generating flower. That's going to generate power. We're going to generate mana. And the other one I want to make is what's called a jaded amaranth, which creates more flowers. So I'm going to do the amaranth first. Let's have a look at that. Britannia is a much bigger mod than I first give it credit for. I think I mentioned this the other day. I actually had a bit of a look on a spotlight earlier, and all the elven stuff, pretty cool. I want the Globetrotter's belt at some point. Jaded amaranth, there it is. So for that, we need a rune of spring. So this is the first time we've made a rune of spring. Rune of spring is a 2nd tier rune. So it uses a rune of fire and a rune of water. It's in the runic altar. So let's go to the runic altar, which is over here now. So what I want is rune of water, rune of fire. What else was it? Water, fire, wheat, and 3 saplings. 3 of any sapling, by the look of it. So there's a wheat, and then there's 3 saplings. And if I get my twig out that I've put away by mistake, there we go. And we now click on there. So that should be getting mana. You see, oh, look at that. Mana's going in nice and quick because we've got loads in the mana pool. So now hit it with the wand again. Hit it with the wand again. Don't know what I do. Forgot what I do. Living there, it's stone in it. Silly me. Grab a piece of stone. Bit of that stuff. I made a bit more of that stuff, as you can see there. 27. And I will need to throw that guy in there. And then, oh, I'm starving. Oh. Okay, calm down. Let me pick that plant up for now. I've left it on there because I wanted to see how much mana it was actually using, and my mana's still increasing from all these flowers, even with that plant there, so that's good. Let me just take this ring off for a second. It's easy doing that, I think. I was trying to hold shift then to stop it coming back at me. Okay. There we go. So there is my rune of spring. Wonderful. Put that back on. And now, if we come over here, we want rune of spring. This guy, redstone root, is just a piece of grass and a piece of redstone. So grass, use shears, of course. Purple, purple. So 2 mana. Right, okay, it's easy enough. So let's get all these in order. 2 mana. A normal purple one. A green one. Oh, I just throw my pick in there. Silly me. Another green one. Yeah. And now that redstone root and the rune of spring. And now a seed. There we go. I've got a jaded amaranthus. Wonderful. So what this does is this grows flowers. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it there. I'll leave it there. I believe that should grow flowers. There's one there, look. There's another one. Cool, so that's going to keep popping up Britannia flowers for me, which is nice. Look at that, lovely. So every now and again I'll come and tidy that up. So that's just one I wanted to get, because I wanted to make sure I had more flowers. I mean, they are all over the place. I could just run around and get them, but I might as well have them outside my house if they're close. And the next thing I want is one of the generating flowers. And like I said, I didn't want to just use day blooms and nightshades. I wanted to mess around a bit, so I'm making a Fairy Lily. A Fairy Lily uses lava in a 3x3 pool around it. It says there, it's Fairy Lily, similar to hydrangeas, and there says they're working still water in a 3x3 area around it. So I presume you make a 3x3 hole, put with a flower in the middle, and water around it. So this is the same with lava. It's called a Fairy Lily. 1L, is it? 1L, yeah. Orange, red, fire, earth. Cool. So first things first, water. And now orange, red, fire, earth, seed. Cool. So there we go, I've got a Fairy Lily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it across near my altar over there, and see what kind of mana this generates. So I'm going to set up a little bit of stuff off camera. I'm going to get it placed up above in the air, and I'm going to get a mana spreader and a mana pool down there and see how much mana this gets us from lava. Okay then, so this is working quite well. It took me a little bit of time to work out. What I actually started with was a 3x3 pool with the flower in the middle, and that was actually working. What it needs to be on the corner of a pool of lava. So I've ended up going with the Serenade of the Nether, which is another blood magic ritual. So I just took that together real quick. It's just a little 4-piece one, and you put the flower next to the side there. Now this is actually using lava, so I put a lever on the bottom here so I can turn it off. You'll see when I turn it off there, when that can take more lava, it will drain that down. At the minute though, if you can see, the thermal is actually full. It's going down now, look. So I'm not sure how often it actually takes a bucket of lava, but as you can see there, that thermal is connected to this mana spreader, which has got mana in it, and it's pulsing it down to the mana pool there. That mana pool is getting mana. Very cool. So I pretty much kind of wanted to do this just because I wanted to point one of these at a funny angle. That's kind of why I put it out here. That's like the main reason why I put it out here. What I can do now is, let's take that off there. Don't need that anymore. I can go back in my tool bag. What I can do now is bring my fallen canard over here. It's going to be there, and that goes there, but we're still using it right. So I'm going to do something similar like I've done out there. I'm going to have a floating bit of dirt with some, basically there's carpenter's wedge slopes. I did have one on the bottom as well, but because I need the lever there, I've actually got rid of that for now. What I might do is use one of them, it's a switches that look like boxes, or is that in secret rooms? Block, no, there's only switches that look like switches, isn't they? No, never mind. I could just put a hatch on there, carpenter's hatch or something, just to tidy the bottom of that off. Oh, there you go, I wanted a floating lava thing. So that is turned off, so that's not using any shift. Yeah, the lever's on, so the ritual's turned off. So it's not using lava that quick, is it? That's pretty cool. So that's going to maintain me. I just wanted, like I say, I wanted something different than just using day blooms. So I can't just use day blooms for everything, can you? So I'll make the second bit, and then I can bring the fallen canard here. So I'm going to have it just floating just above the altar, so I can plant it when I need to. And I've got a bit of region in here, just for the sake of doing it a bit different. I'll get that built. Okay then, so there we go. I've got my canard planted there, and I'm getting the hunger again. What I've had to do is I've had to disable the ritual of regen, because the regen 1 was staying active instead of the regen 3. So I've just pulled the master ritual stone from underneath, and now, as you can see, I'm filling up. So let's try again what I tried earlier. Let's try making a bigger ritual stone and see if the regen keeps up now. Now it might be that I might have to get rid of some of these speed runes, but let's see if this keeps up. So there we go, I've got that guy in there. What's there? Let me keep an eye on this. So that's still going down really quick, and I can't actually get it blooding me any quicker. I suppose I can stab myself as well. And eat. Gotta make sure I keep eating. Oh dear. So I think I maybe got too many speed runs. Well, there we go. We've got our orb, Master Blood Orb. Link that to myself, and that can go in there. And now you should see the main pool starts going over. So I think it's 1 million now I can hold instead of 150,000. I'd have to remind myself by checking the wiki, but I think it's 1 million. But as you can see, that regen is certainly keeping up with that. It's not cutting me as quick as it could do though. I suppose I could speed it up a bit by keeping doing that as well. Well, there we go. So there's actually no need for the ritual of regen. I'm going to have to stick with Britannia for now. What else I'm going to do while I'm here is I'm quickly going to throw 4 of them guys in. So let's take this out for the time being and put them in. And what we want here is 1, 2, 3, and 1 more of them. And then my master rob can go back on. There we go. Now, my plan was to telepose the altar out of the way to turn both the rituals off. But because I've got rid of one of the rituals anyway, it's probably going to be easier just to have a lever. I'll have to make an easier way of getting down here as well. I'm surprised no mobs have jumped me down here. But yeah, what I've done is, this ritual is no longer active. Oh shit, I need to do that. Pick was too good. There we go. So that them 3, them 3, them 3. So I'm out of range of the regen down here as well. And right, it's that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the corner ones, I believe, them 6 in each corner. Seven, 6. Well, we'll see. That should be the regen. The feathered knife still there, but not the regen. I'll just double check that. Yep, so I pulled the right ones off there. You see, I am getting regen and I'm getting blood in there automatically, so the feathered knife's still working. I've got 44 in the Master Ritual Stone back, so I don't need my regen there. I'm using Britannia, it turns out. So that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now then is, I'm just going to quickly show you, I'm going to make a teleporter anyway, and just show you how it works, and then we'll get on with something else for the rest of this episode. Okay then, I'm back over at my base, and I brought the Fallen Canard back over here with me. The downside of that type of regen is I am going through a hell of a lot of food, so I'm going to have to create something for food at some point, because I've just been using the food that I already had. Look how many flowers this Jaded Amaranthus has got us. It's just constant. Now, I've already cut these down once, and it was growing back before I even finished cutting them down. So if you want plenty of Britannia flowers, this is certainly the way to do it. The Jaded Amaranthus. Let's get a massive amount. Let's see if I can get them all down before they start growing back. Look, one, another one, another one. There we go. So I'll keep collecting them off camera and coming back now and again, and that's still going up, which is good, even with that flower and that flower. So them day blooms work really nice. Right then, let me just quickly dump these, and I'm going to make a teleporter anyway, just in case you've never seen one. So what I was going to do is I was going to use that to turn the ritual on and off by actually moving the altar. What I'm going to do instead though, just for now, is I'm just going to put a lever on the altar, because I might as well, because I can actually get at it now. Before, when there was 2 Master Ritual Stones touching each other, it's a little bit difficult to get to them both. So I like doing it with a teleporter just for fun, really. What you need is 2 of these, and basically what you do is put them next to each other. Well, you can put them anywhere you want, really. And what you do is you shift click on one. No, you click on one. There we go, and it binds it to it. And then you open up the inventory of the other one, put it in, and do the same with that one. So click on that one. Now, you don't have to have them in both, but it depends if you want two-way movement. Now with a button, let me grab. No, what? No wood. Running low on wood. Let me grab a button real quick. And let's get a block. Let's do the furnace. That'll do. So what I can do now with teleposer is pressing the button, we'll switch it between one and the other. It looks like it actually moved it the other way around. So that's using LP life points to move that. If you had because I've got one of these things in both, I could have a button on both. So what I was going to do is I was going to have it under the altar and then just press the button on the other one to move the altar all the way to turn it off. But like I say, I don't need to do that now. But I just wanted to show you that anyway. Teleposers are really cool. Now there's 4 different sizes. Now the ones I've made there. There it goes. There's the 4 focuses. So the one I've made there is just an ender pearl in the altar. The second tier one is 3x3x3 cube, and that's the same one back in the altar again. So it uses some more LP. But then the third one, you combine it with a wheat shard. That's 5x5x5, and then the fourth one is a demon shard, which we've not gotten to yet. But that's 7x7x7. So they're really cool bits of kit. I like the teleposer a lot. It's really useful. And how do I get the thing on set? I don't think I can. Okay, so I'm going to put them to one side for now. Just for the rest of this episode, what I'm going to do is, I've got no space. I've got kind of blood magic chest over here with some stuff in it, as well as some witchery stuff. I'm going to put that in there for now until we need it, but I will certainly make something that uses that. Mob farm for one with care staff, which I've done before, but I'll be doing again probably. Right, real quickly for the end of this episode then, I am going to just change my routing downstairs for the stuff coming from the quarry a little bit. What I'm going to make is I'm going to make a yitter wrench from Ender.io, like so, and I'm going to get some paper and put it round it. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And it gets us this thing, mod item filter. Very cool addition to Ender.io. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick that guy up and move him along one. Move him there. And I'm going to put another conduit on. I'm going to put that one back to how it was, insert, and I'm going to put this one to insert as well. But I'm going to put that mod item filler on there. I'll put priority 1. This is on priority 0, this one. Because a couple of things, marble and the charged status quartz, the ones that was at the same length as it, sometimes were going into the chest rather than going into their respective barrels. So it was only the status quartz and the marble, because when that chest was there was an equal length between them 3 points, I think is what was causing it. So nothing should be going in here. Things should be coming out of there still. Yeah, they are. Good. So what we're going to do here is I want something from Thaumcraft, I want something from Project Red, and I want something from, let's say vanilla. Crashed. Okay then, I got a bit of a display driver crash then, same as what I did the other day, which is when I was recording as well. Right, I said I was going to do vanilla, but I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do vanilla because I think it's iron and gold and vanilla. I don't want that. Should I go with forestry stuff? Yeah, I'll go with forestry. What do I get most of? Yeah, I'll go with forestry stuff. That'll do. So what I can do now is, if you look into this, that's on insert. Then, if I put an air shard there, it sets that to Thaumcraft. Put a ruby there, Project Red, put a B there, forestry, excellent. So now, I'll take a random selection of stuff out of here, and another B, and let's throw that back into our ender chest here, and see what ends up where. Look at that here, so the B's and the peridots. In fact, let's take all this out. So now, mostly going into here should be ingots, should be ores. Now this does eject pretty slowly because I've not done any upgrades on it. You can also in there put speed upgrades in, and that'd clear this out quicker, which I should maybe do as well. Let's have a look at the upgrade for that actually. Are they expensive? I've not looked at them yet. That's that guy. Increase the speed by 4, maximum upgrade is 15. Electrical steel, iron ingots, piston. They're not exactly cheap, but I could do with making a few of them probably. So what we should have in here is, let's get rid of that button. So we're getting nothing. That one's going in the bin. We're getting nothing in here that we don't want in there, and all the Farmcraft stuff, amber and such like is going in there. Anything I'm not 100% sure on is, where is Cinnabar gone? Oh, there it is. It's going in there now. Look, cool, excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to do. So it kind of doubles my space up a bit, so I've got more room for this because it's not getting clogged up with this stuff as well. Nice little bit of semi-sorting. I say I'm not really sorting much yet, but there we go. Right then, so there won't be a video for the next couple of days because as I said earlier, I am away for the weekend. So hopefully I shall have a video Monday or Tuesday at the latest. And I hope I see you then. Cheers. Bye.